I doubled my investment accounts investing on Robinhood. And the funny part is it wasn't just one move. It was consistent trades throughout the entire year. And I really consistently grew my accounts. But the thing is that this was the year when I tried the least amount to grow my accounts. My main goal was actually to not lose money because I had earned a good amount of money working in finance. I was working in a real estate company and I had saved up some money and I wanted to just invest it and grow it, but not lose any money. And so my whole goal was to manage my risk. But there's something that I started doing that I didn't realize I was doing. And it actually gave me the strategy that I'm using now, where I invest in the stock market with this strategy every single day. And I share with you guys how my investments are going here on the channel. So if that's you and you want to know how to invest, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. So the thing is that I didn't understand because I was not really putting a lot of effort. I was just looking at stocks, but I developed this strategy, and it's this 3-step strategy for me to be able to grow. And the thing is, I don't know how I started doing this. It was just the thing that I found was working the best because this is how I did it. I would take one stock and I would choose a good company in the right market that I want to invest in, probably in tech or in AI or in an innovative company that I see growth potential in, or a very sound large cap company that has recently gone down in value. So I'm looking at good companies at fair to low prices that a lot of people aren't talking about right now because they're not performing how people would expect, right? So kind of a bad company outlook, but it's a good company when you really look at it, right? So that's the first thing. So I was choosing companies like Tesla, where people really don't believe in Tesla and they short Tesla. And I was thinking, this is a really good price right now. And so there's a few Tesla trades I made. I also invested in some like NVIDIA before the big microchip boom and the AI boom. And there's a lot of companies, right? So I would choose a good company in a good market that's at a fair price. That's the first thing. And how do you know it's at a fair price? Usually you can tell that it's been trading for more, or there's some bad news about it right now where people are saying, are they going to be earnings? And it's kind of like, should you invest in it or are they going to keep going down? They are going down so much type of deal. But they're a good company. They get a lot of news coverage, right? So that's the first thing. The second thing I would do is I'd pick the right news. I would look for news that a lot of people didn't realize. Maybe it was earnings. Maybe it was a new product that was going to be coming out very soon that a lot of people didn't know about. And you look for some news fundamentals that look good. So that's the second piece. I would look for what's the fundamental analysis side look like, and what's something that could propel this company to grow in the future here. And so that's number 2. So we look at the fundamentals. And then I'm like, is the chart making sense? So is the chart, if there's support and resistance, is it near support? Is it near not the premium price, but the good fair price? Is it at a point where if I bought, there wouldn't be a lot of risk for it to go down further? And also, if I was invested in it right now, would I buy it or would I sell it? So long-term investor outlook, it's kind of like even if you don't own a stock, you can look at a stock and say, if I owned this stock right now, would I buy it or would I sell it? And it just changes your psychology. And I would look at it and I'd say, well, if I was a hedge fund and it was up this much right now, I would definitely sell. And then I would say, if I was a person and it was this low, and I would probably want to buy more of my shares so that, because I believe in it, I'm already holding it. I probably think it's going to go up more. So I'd probably be buying more if I was holding it. So that's kind of like one test I would do. And essentially I would do that. I would buy. And again, I never want to lose money. That's the main goal, right? We want to grow our money, but we don't want to lose our money. So I would invest, and then, so those 3, that trifecta I would use, and I would not try to lose money by managing my risk, because the risk management is so much more important than people give it credit. Because you could lose 20 trades in a row, but if you structure your risk management to where you know that if you win on the 20th trade and it does what you would expect, then you're going to be in the green. And so that's how I would always approach it. I would say, I'm not willing to lose more than 2.5% on any investment that I make. And so that led to some trades where I would lose 2.5%. And I'd be like, dang it. But it also led to a lot of trades where I would buy and it would go up to 2% and I would take profit. Or it would go up 10% and I would take profit. Or in some cases, it would go up 40%. Like when I bought TSLL, which is a leveraged share of Tesla. And this isn't financial advice, so you should do that. But I saw a great opportunity with the fundamentals in the right market, right company, and also with the technicals. And it looked like a good buy. And so because you look at those three things, you look at a good investor and there's always this checklist. And you look at a great pilot. I remember we were just flying here to Bogota, Colombia. We're here for the next day. I only have one more day here, and then we're going back to Miami. And we're here to visit because my wife has a label event for her music. She's got a lot of followers in her music, over 100,000, and she's doing recording and meeting with a bunch of Latin Colombian artists. And it's really cool. And while we're here, we were flying here and we were on the plane because it was taking so much time. I'm like, why do planes take so long to take off? And of course, I'm just kind of bored in my seat. So I Google, what's the main reason that flights are delayed? And it's the pilot checklist. The pilot has to go over a checklist item by item and make sure that everything checks out before they take voyage in the plane. And the same thing's true with, a ship, someone that's taking their ship across the ocean. Because if you don't, you're going to end up, on the rocks, crashed, or you're going to get caught in a storm or something, or you're not going to be on track, because if you're off by just a little bit, then you're going to be way off by the time you get to where you want to go, but you don't know because you don't have a map, right? Every single person that's taking a boat, if they don't have a map, they're going to be stuck. They're going to not figure it out. So you have to have a checklist, a map, a direction of where you want to go. And the same thing is true in any investment that I take. Even sometimes I find myself going to sleep and thinking about investments or trading, and I'll wake up really early because I'm excited for a new trade or a new investment. And I'm like, tomorrow's market open, Monday. I'm so excited. We're going live in our Stockmate group where I go live with all of our stockmates it's that second link in the description if you guys want to watch me trade live and surround yourself with other entrepreneurs and traders and investors. And when we do that, it's because there's this new element of, okay, I've got my checklist, I've got my criteria of where I plan for it to go. And then if it doesn't go that way, it's okay. Because if it doesn't, then I have a plan to manage my risk. But if it goes to where I want it to go, then I'm going to make the money. And so that's something that excites me. And so I'm looking at these charts, I'm looking at the fundamentals, and I'm also investing in quality sound companies that are doing exciting things. It's not like you read the news, because a lot of people think, it's so boring. You're looking through the news of the stocks, and you're seeing how they're not going to hit their earnings, or they are going to make more money or less money this year. But there's also really cool stuff that happens, especially with companies like Tesla, because if you look at Tesla, a lot of people think that it's very volatile, it's crazy. But have you seen some of the innovation? It's like, oh my gosh, if they pull that off with that robot or with that AI or with the Neuralink to help people control their screen with just thinking, or the cyborg stuff, or the AI that can basically tell you everything you need to know for a specific task. And if you don't have the AI, it's like it's like not as good almost because the AI is so good. Like there's like AIs that are happening that are being developed that it is just absolutely crazy. And what that means is that there's so much innovation in stocks. And what that means is that there's so much opportunity for you to be able to invest. And when people are creating things, they're expanding our value that we have in the world. And when they expand the value, that it creates more value in the world, and it helps more people. And if it helps more people, that means the company is going to earn more. They're giving people what they want. And that's going to mean the company increases in value, and you're going to also make more money. And what's crazy is the trading about that. Because you might be sitting, like I'm at my computer setup, and what that means is I could look at my computer setup. And have you ever like invested in something and or done something on your phone and you're like, oh, I'm so glad I can do that on my phone. You know, sometimes there's things like Airbnbs. I don't know, I was just doing Airbnb, and I did the Airbnb in 2 seconds on my phone, and I booked it for where we need to go. And I was like, wow, that took me 2 seconds. But if I did that in the past, I would have had to wait, or I would have had to call a phone number, or I would have, like, it used to be way harder. And like tech is getting to the point where things are becoming easier. And the same thing is true with like investing in the markets. We're getting more tools. I don't know if you saw the recent Robinhood Legend, the new platform that has come out that gives you all of the indicators that you need. It gives you forefront. It gives you on the forefront of trading and investing, and you can really monitor all your positions. You can do options. You can invest in all these companies on your phone with all the same indicators that you have on the computer. You know, it's absolutely amazing how humans are equipping themselves to be able to make money from these devices so easily. I mean, it's not, I don't want to say it's so easy, but it's like if you understand it and you have a simple approach that you can replicate and get consistent effort and working on getting better at doing it, then there's no way that you're not going to become better. It's going to become easier, right? The harder it is at the beginning, or the harder the work is, therefore the easier it becomes. Because when you struggle with something, you're getting better at it. And that's going to do it for this video, guys. So excited for Market Open tomorrow. If you guys want to join me, again, it's that second link in the description. You can join StockMate. We just recently launched it. So you get $200 off when you join StockMate, which is the best deal ever because we just launched. So you get early bird code 200 off now. It's the code. So if you want to get in, watch me trade live tomorrow morning and surround yourself with other investors and traders and entrepreneurs. They're all investing in tech and in AI. That's the place to do it. And so we got options, we got swing trades, day trades, long-term holds. We got our weekly watch list there that I share with you guys each and every week. And then we also have the Profitable Trader ebook and the Robinhood Investing ebook. We throw that in. I send you a free StockMate t-shirt when you join, just because we're trying to build an investor community. And I think the t-shirts are an awesome way to do it. And they're super comfortable and very smooth and like stylish. So that's really cool. And yeah, guys, so again, if you want to watch me trade live, feel free to simply take a look at the second link in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you all. Hopefully this video was valuable in some way. Just want to share the story. I didn't try hard. Therefore, I didn't want to lose money, but I still wanted to make money. So I managed my risk well, and I invested in quality companies. Quality companies, fundamental analysis, and news, along with the technicals, and when all of these things made sense, that's what's allowed me to invest successfully. So that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video.